Nick Aldis just answered 4 sleeper holds, a clothesline, and a big boot, by hiding underneath a ring at Madison Square Garden and waiting like the most patient man in the history of professional wrestling, and what he did the moment he crawled out from under that canvas is the most unhinged GM power move WWE has produced in years. 14 minutes into the biggest tag match WWE has booked in months, and the entire finish belonged to a man who was not even supposed to be part of the match at all. But here is the question that should be terrifying every single person on the SmackDown roster: if Nick Aldis is willing to go this far to get even, what exactly is he willing to do when SummerSlam arrives in Minneapolis? Stay until the very end, because the answer completely reframes who the most dangerous man on SmackDown actually is. Tidal Wave is detonating right now, the channel that was watching the ring apron at message when everybody else was watching the match. Full speed, zero fluff, everything confirmed. On July 10 SmackDown in Oklahoma City, Gunther returned from administrative leave and immediately delivered one of the most brutal attacks on a non-competitor in recent WWE television history. Clothesline. 4 consecutive sleeper holds. Big boot. 6 officials completely powerless to intervene. Honestly, at this point SmackDown security makes the 1999 WWF referees look like a SWAT team. Nick Aldis left unconscious on the mat. Rewind even further and the fuse gets lit earlier than most fans realize. Gunther had already stormed into Aldis's office demanding a spot in the SummerSlam title match while Aldis was mid-phone call with Sami Zayn, and the moment Aldis refused him and booked the tag match instead, the beatdown became inevitable. And then Gunther made it all dramatically worse. The next week on SmackDown, he looked straight into the camera and said he did not regret a single second of it. So here is the detail that makes Saturday night so much more satisfying. Nick Aldis heard every word of that promo and quietly started making plans. Because what happened at Saturday night's main event was not a spontaneous decision. This was architecture. Aldis arrived at message early enough to get under that ring before the show even started. He laid in the dark under that canvas through an entire pay-per-view card, through the women's tag title match, through Bayley and Lyra Valkyria bleeding all over Madison Square Garden, through Danhausen and Karl Anthony Towns doing whatever that was, through Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson, and waited, silently, in the dark, for his moment. And when Gunther powerbombed Cody Rhodes and grabbed the WWE Championship to use as a weapon, Aldis rose. If this breakdown is hitting exactly right, smash the like button and lock into the Tidal Wave family immediately, because what Nick Aldis's message actually means for Gunther's SummerSlam situation is where this story becomes completely volcanic. Here is the massive shift: the internet is getting completely backwards. The popular take is that Aldis got his revenge and the story is now even. That analysis ignores the fact that Aldis pressed for Gunther to keep his job after the July 10 attack. He specifically advocated for Gunther's WWE future and then used that future as the instrument of his revenge at message. Aldis did not want Gunther fired. He wanted Gunther employed, functional, and standing inside a ring that Aldis could eventually walk into. The retirement stipulation reports for SummerSlam suddenly make complete, terrifying sense, because Aldis was never trying to end Gunther's career from a corporate office. He wants to end it face to face in Minneapolis. And do not sleep on Sami Zayn sitting in that locker room either. Zayn lost his SummerSlam opportunity in that exact same finish, except Zayn has spent his entire career being the one guy Aldis never had to worry about, until Saturday night. Zero in on Aldis's psychology and Saturday night crystallizes completely. Every decision Aldis has made since July 10, keeping Gunther employed, keeping the stipulation, hiding under that ring, has been a controlled, calculated chess move by a man who spent years as a performer before becoming an authority figure. Aldis knows exactly how this story gets told, and he just wrote the most important chapter himself. 3 predictions for SummerSlam 2026 in Minneapolis. Number 1. Triple H officially books Gunther vs. Aldis, with Aldis's in-ring career on the line, turning the GM's entire authority into the ultimate personal stake. Number 2. Gunther and Sami Zayn locate Aldis backstage on the next SmackDown and deliver a joint attack so severe it becomes the most viewed WWE clip of the summer. Number 3. The swing: Aldis wins at SummerSlam, retires as an active competitor on his own terms, and immediately reinstates himself as SmackDown general manager in the same night, making him the only man in WWE history to beat the ring general and walk back to his desk before the pyro clears. One of these 3 things will happen. The only question is which one. Nick Aldis hid in the dark for 3 hours to deliver 1 belt shot and 1 referee shove, and it was worth every second. The man who got choked unconscious on live television just became the most calculating figure on SmackDown. Drop the take below. Does Aldis actually step into the ring at SummerSlam, or does Gunther find him before Minneapolis and make the decision for him? Next video we go inside Sami Zayn's rage after being robbed of the SummerSlam main event and why the most wronged man on the roster might already have a plan nobody sees coming. Tidal wave out.